You didn't get all that on there? No. That would have been fabulous. All right, there we go. Let's make sure we're on the right page this time. Let's just make sure. I don't know why my phone automatically goes sideways like that. I don't like it though.
Would you have noticed had I not mentioned it?
No.
So glad I asked.
Me too. There's already 4 people on here. Sorry, y'all. Hello, Amanda. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I am so sorry that we are running behind. We've been chit-chatting, and Pastor Ben's come down and spoken, and then Mercedes had us on the wrong Witten page. That's okay. We're here now. So I want to welcome everybody to our Bible study tonight. I'm Vicki, and you all remember Mercedes. Tonight we have Miss Jenny Sneed with us. She has been a member of Witten for many years.
About as long as Brother Jeff.
I think, yeah, she said that she started coming right after Pastor Jeff came. So she was here when I got here. We all know she was here when Mercedes got here. So, Miss Jenny, I want to thank you for, will you push that door all the way too? Please, so much stuff. I didn't know that there would be people in the hallway. So thank you. Miss Jenny, I want to thank you again for coming tonight and taking the time out to study with Mercedes and myself. I would have to say that we sometimes are not the easiest 2 people to study with because I forget words and she goes haywire sometimes and goes to 15,000 directions. So you'll just have to deal with us as best as you can.
Okay.
So, Miss Jenny, tonight, what is the verse that you have chosen, or is it your go-to verse?
Say it's my go-to verse, and it's Romans 14:11.
Mercedes, will you read the scripture, please?
For it is written, as I live, says the Lord, every knee will bow to me, and every tongue will give praise to God.
Miss Jenny, why is this your go-to verse?
It just makes me proud to know that one day every knee's going to bow and every tongue's going to confess. Don't matter who they are.
So it's kind of your, just you wait
Yeah,
kind of verse.
yeah, sort of.
You're going to get your slice of cake. Just
That's
you
right.
wait.
That's about it.
That's the first thing I think of.
Right.
Is, your time's coming.
Yeah, exactly. Just wait. One of these days. Man, it doesn't look like it's going to be long.
No, ma'am, it don't. Sure don't. Every day that goes by, it seems like we're creeping up just a little bit closer.
Yep.
And I'll be honest with you, I'm excited.
I am too.
I'm really excited because knowing that we're approaching that day, although the days sometimes do get harder,
Yep.
Still knowing what's on the other side of the finish line.
Exactly.
I always thought, and I don't know to this day, but I figured I'd be dead.
Oh, I did too. But I think it might be in my lifetime.
I thought I would be dead in the ground for some years beforehand. But as rapidly as things are changing and things that are going on, I might still be here.
Yep.
My kids would like it that way, because none of them want to bury me.
Well, mine's not going to bury me. I'm going to be cremated.
Really?
Yeah. I told Gary I want to be split up into 3 ways. Him to have one urn, my 2 boys to have another one, and on the bottom of theirs I'm going to put, I wished you was with me.
girl, when Christ comes again and he rises up the dead in Christ, you gonna come from all different kinds
No,
of
I'm
people.
talking about I want my boys to be saved before that happens.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, Mama,
It's hard.
I know. It's a lot of praying and a lot of crying.
Oh, yeah.
Lots of praying and lots of
Lots
crying.
of it.
You just want to beat them in the head, too.
Yes, ma'am.
Trust me. There's been many a day that I've wanted to beat mine in the head, but you just have to give it over to the Lord and just pray that he can soften that heart up.
Yep.
Mercedes, I see you looking over there.
What? Yeah, I'm just looking.
That's what I do. I know. You looked at me, though. I thought you had something you wanted to share. Mercedes was one that had to be beaten in the head a few times.
Buy a flip flop
By my flip-flop
last July.
last July.
You hadn't even known me that long.
No. I smacked her in the head
I
with a
still
flip-flop.
feel it sometimes.
Really?
Did.
She tossed that sucker clear across the room, hit me square in the back of the head.
She
Took me by surprise.
we,
too. I went,
we were on the mission trip, and she said something smarted off, and I took my flip-flop off. I was sitting on the bed, and I flung that joker across the room and tagged her right square in the middle of her head. She turned around, she said, "You know that hit me in the middle of my head?" I said, "Well, it's a good thing you weren't turned around, or it'd have smacked you in your face." But guess what? I love her to death.
Yep.
But anyways, we all need to be smacked around every once in a while.
Yes,
I
we
get
do.
taken to the woodshed.
Oh, I do all the time.
It's not fun when the Lord takes you to the woodshed.
Nope. And he will flat sure do it.
Well, you know, with the scripture that you picked, Miss Jenny, we were discussing it before we went live tonight. Sorry, I have to get the study Bible part out. I looked at 14:10. And it states in my study Bible, which is a New Living Translation, is, "So why do you condemn other Christians? Why do you look down on other Christians? Remember, each of us will stand personally before the judgment seat of God." Personally.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mercedes, I won't be there to hold your hand.
Or to throw a flip flop at you.
Or to throw a flip
I'm okay without the flip flop.
But personally, everyone will have to answer for their actions. They will have to answer for their sin. They will have to answer for their works.
Yep.
They have to answer for, why didn't you? That's why I've gotten to where every time I have the opportunity to talk about Christ to anybody, I do.
Yeah.
It's not always easy though.
No, it's not.
And you know, being a mama and you with grown boys,
It's worse. Because they know you.
Yeah.
They know what you used to be like.
well, you know, but Miss Jenny, I gotta tell you, my nose is itching. Somebody must be talking about me. That's your ears ringing. Anyways, I gotta be honest with you. I did a huge transition myself. And my oldest daughter, Wesley, has, when we were dealing with all the stuff with my husband, she'd look at me and she'd say, "Mama, if you just let 10% of the old Vicky come out, we wouldn't have to put up with this. You wouldn't have to deal with this no more." But I told her, I said, "But baby, if 10% comes out, 110 is going to come out, and ain't nobody ready for that, and nobody wants to see that ever again." So, you know, there are pros and cons to them knowing your history and knowing where you came from. But the thing that you've got to remember is, as long as you continue to live your life for Christ and you continue to show them that there is change and that there is change that in everybody, in yourself, in your husband, in me, in Mercedes, we all still have changing to do. That it's not unseeable for everybody. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I don't know, my old self was really bad though.
Mine was too. Hunty, let me tell you, I was a manager of a bar for many years.
I wasn't a manager of a bar, but I lived with an abusive husband for 16 years.
I did too. I lived with one for 2. I said, I'm getting out of here.
Well, I didn't get out fast enough, but
I ran swiftly with Wesley. But, you know, and then you go through, I went through all this, the depression and all this stuff when I left him. And I mean, I turned to drugs. I was heavy into drugs for many years. And I, you know, and here I sit today.
Yep.
And it's like, ain't nothing but God can change me from what I was.
exactly.
Ain't nothing but. So I'll be honest with you, Miss Jenny. This verse you've chosen is correct, and I, like you, am very proud of that. And I will be ready to stand. I'll tell you what, though, it takes repenting every day. Sometimes every 10 minutes.
Yep.
Depends on where you work. It may be every 5 minutes.
I can understand that. I used to work at a title loan company.
There you go.
Trust me, I understand
There
that.
you go.
Yeah, this verse is also mentioned in Philippians 2,
Same one?
10,
Yep. It's mentioned
and
several
11,
times.
11. So that the name of Jesus, so that at the name of Jesus, every knee will bow of those who are in heaven and on earth and under the earth, and every tongue will confess that Jesus Christ is Lord, to the glory of God and the Father.
That was what?
Philippians 2, 10, and 11. But it also says it in Isaiah, which is Old Testament, which I think is super cool when you can find stuff that it's said in the Old Testament and then said again in the New Testament with so many years
Especially
in between.
Isaiah.
Yeah. Isaiah 45.
Wait a minute, you said 20.
She skipped.
I meant, well, I was going
Isaiah what?
Isaiah 45.
Thank you, ma'am.
22 and 23. Turn to me and be saved, all the ends of the earth, for I am God and there is no other. By myself I have sworn truth. I have sworn, truth has gone from my mouth, a word that will not be revoked. Every knee will bow to me, every tongue will swear allegiance. And then over in 45:21, he says again that there is no God but me, no other God but me. How, you can't really deny it after that point.
Well, you've done it again, ma'am.
What?
You've taken Old Testament and New Testament and put them together yet again. You never fail me. You're so
Well, it's just,
good.
you know, there's so many people that I've heard say that the Bible contradicts itself. And for me, being able to find scripture from Old and New Testament that are saying the same thing makes it even more abundantly clear to me that it in fact does not contradict itself. It's very consistent.
Do me a favor, because you read well out loud. Read this.
Okay, let's see.
This is sub notes from my Touchpoint Bible on Romans 14:10.
Paul devotes a lengthy section of his letters to guidelines for criticism. Why? Because nothing has the power to destroy a person's self-worth like criticism. Criticism is dangerous when our opinions about someone's fault are presented as facts. In our insistence upon making our point, we often fashion our words into weapons that hurt others. Paul says that before we criticize, there ought to be a great struggle within us to determine whether our motives are pure and if there really is a valid reason to criticize. Does it give you a good feeling to criticize this person? If so, then your criticism is probably out of line. Are you forcing yourself to speak up only because you know this person needs to hear about what you've observed? Then you are probably giving criticism out of love, and you will carefully choose your words. Above all, we are warned not to put ourselves in God's place. Much knowledge about others is simply out of our reach. It is the Holy Spirit's job to sift through human thoughts and motives and convict people of their sin. You are not God and should not try to do God's work for him.
That's what we're kind of talking about with the sons.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Yep.
Because they look at it coming from you probably as, here goes mom again. Don't they?
Probably.
Because that's what they, because that's the easiest route for them to take.
Yep.
Huh. Well, I know one of your sons has an awesome wife.
Yes.
And just in case she's watching, I love you, Amanda. And I'm pretty sure that he can see it in the steps that she takes with everything that she
He
does.
does. He's been amazed about the way she has dealt with all this that she's had to deal with. And I truly believe if she hadn't had God in her life, she couldn't have dealt with it.
Oh, no, ma'am, it would have been dealt with completely
Oh, yeah.
differently. But maybe, and I don't know because we don't know what the Lord has in store, but maybe something with that will trigger something with them.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the Lord's plan.
Well, I keep praying that the Lord sends somebody or something in their lives that'll change them.
Yeah. Or something.
Yep.
Anything.
I have said a many a time, whatever it takes. And boy, that's a hard prayer to pray when you got grandkids running around.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, boy. Oh, Miss Jenny.
Yep.
Oh, that would, Whew, don't get me started on grandkids. That is a hard one to pray. Well, I know that we can't lead them. It's like I heard somebody say one day, just last week I think, you can lead a horse
To water, but you
Water,
can't
but
make
you
them
can't
drink.
make 'em
to
drink.
water, but you can't make them drink. And then that same person said to somebody else, I can stick your head down in the trough, but you still don't have to drink it. You know what I mean? And that's the truth. I mean,
That
you
sounds
can
like something
really,
Miss Louise would have said.
no, it wasn't Miss Louise. But it was someone that was very wise like Miss Louise. But I tell you what, as Christians, we have to keep offering the trough.
Yep.
We have to keep offering the water. Because we never know when they're going to drink.
That's right.
And the moment we don't offer it, they'll be wanting it.
Yep.
So, just keep offering the
Oh,
trough.
don't worry, I am.
And sometimes you might want to put a little Sprite in the trough instead of water. Give them a little something else to take.
Never thought about it that way.
But you know, because I know I've met one of your sons. He's come here before.
My oldest one's been here twice.
Does he live here?
No, he lives in Texas.
That's right, because they came to visit for your birthday. Was it your birthday?
Mm-hmm.
Because they had a cookout.
Crawfish.
That's it. They were cooking out. Because Amanda was telling me that they were coming in town. And y'all cooking crawfish. You eat crawfish?
I'm from Louisiana.
Crawfish.
I eat crawfish.
They're like miniature lobsters, aren't they?
Sort of. It's a lot more work getting
Some mud bug.
eating crawfish than it is lobster. Takes a lot more to make a meal.
Mercedes, we could have gone all day without being called a mud bug.
A mud bug and crawfish are not the same thing.
Well, she said a mud bug.
A mud bug's a little, it looks like mud. It's a little dark, brownish looking creature that lives in sewages.
Oh, I always heard them called the same thing.
Oh, they call them mud bugs, but mud bugs
Oh,
are
they
really-
do. There actually is a mud bug, though.
Mhm.
Oh, see there you
When
know
I
that,
was a
didn't
kid,
you?
we used to catch them and take them to my mama to try to get her to cook them, and she wouldn't do it. Because they in the sewage ditches.
Miss Jenny. You trying to get your mama to
Yes, I love crawfish.
sewage bugs?
Well,
You
they
didn't
look
know no
like a
better.
crawfish. I mean,
Oh, so they look alike.
yeah, they look like them, but they're brown.
Oh. Mercedes, did you know that? Oh, look at that. We learned something. Don't eat the brown ones.
Or the dead ones. If it's got a straight tail, you can't eat them. When you cooked them,
Yeah.
you can't eat them.
So when they cook them, they curl up.
Yep.
So if they're still straight out, you don't eat
You
them.
don't want to eat them. It's going to have a bad taste to it.
Well, you gotta worry about it. I ain't eating them.
I love crawfish.
and you can have all mine.
Okay.
Well, y'all, we're right at the time. Again, I want to apologize for being late. Next time we'll do better. I love you so much, Mercedes. Miss Jenny, thank you so much for coming
No
to
problem.
study
I
with us
enjoyed
tonight.
this.
We sometimes our study session goes longer. Sometimes it goes shorter. The one with Pastor Jeff was very lengthy, of course, because he talks a lot
He likes the sound of his voice.
until he gets the hiccups.
Oh.
I'm like, really, dude? But you know, what can you say?
I love Pastor Jeff.
We love him. We love him. So, anyways, I want to thank you guys for coming tonight. I hope that you have been able to receive something from the word that was shared tonight. I know I did. Remember Romans 14:11. Also, check out Romans 14:10.
Yes.
They blend very well together. And
14:12.
Uh-huh.
So then each of us will give an account of himself to God.
14:12.
So 14:10 through 12.
Yes.
10 through 12. Yeah.
Just the entire book of Romans.
I love the book of Romans. I like
A
Paul's
lot of
writings.
stuff.
Anyways, we're going to wrap this up because we'll start talking again and then we'll be another 30 or 45 minutes and my family's probably hungry. I'm taking dinner home tonight.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's cooking tonight at my house. I'm kind of happy about that. That means I don't have to do dishes.
That's right.
So I hope y'all enjoyed this evening. I hope you join us again next Thursday at 6:30, 6:35, give or take. But Miss Jenny, again, we really do appreciate you coming tonight. I really enjoy spending time with you. You're one of the ladies in the church, which I don't have a problem with any of the ladies in the church, but you're one of the ladies in the church that I can tell by looking at you across the road if I need to come over and see you or not.
Yeah. Yeah, I wear my heart on my sleeve.
No,
No? Okay.
no, on your face.
That'll work too.
That's I can see it right here.
Right.
But anyways, I hope y'all have a great evening. Sorry, and thanks for coming. And this has been a wow moment.
Always forget.